So today we're going to talk about dating. But what I'll tell you is that sometimes we don't know what the other person is thinking, and we know what we're thinking, and if we say the wrong thing, that it could ruin it. So what I tell you is that to really learn about the person, and is really for the moment, you'll know what to say. Like, don't be shy, don't be nervous, and be confident in yourself, because you know that if you start fearing, you're already failing yourself, because you fear, like, if I say this, they're going to say no, and you're going to feel rejected. You're already on the date with them, and you can tell by their body language and how they're looking at you and how they talk to you. If they're ignoring you, then it's not a good sign that they are interested. If you're interested and you get them to laugh and you feel that there's a lot of chemistry going, that's good, because sometimes things don't start off good on the first date. That they may be really, they may not like you at first, and then all of a sudden they do. And then they might like you at first and then get to know you, and then they don't like you. So these are things that we have to take into consideration, is that overthinking things and really sending a text and expecting them to send you a text back in 2 minutes because you want them to be interested in you. That the quicker response is that they're going to be by your phone, like saying, I really like this girl or this guy, and that's not the way it usually goes. Like, you have to really believe that that you have a chance with this person, because you're already on the date, and that you're on this date, that whether you found them on an app or you met them somewhere, that you're on this date, and that there was some type of interest on both sides to go on this date. If it's like a blind date, it'd be different, but you just have to have the confidence. It's all about confidence, that you're not telling yourself that you're gonna fail, or you're not gonna they're not gonna like you later, or you're thinking that you're gonna do something wrong, and they may not call you back, they may not like the first date. It's just that overthinking is a killer. You start thinking, okay, they didn't respond back, so maybe they don't like me, but they have things going on in their life as well, that they're working, that they have other obligations, and that they're not always going to be contacting you, and sometimes they need some time, and they're not going to tell you that. So it's important to just be confident, and don't make it look like that person is the only one that you have. Like, there's a lot of opportunities out there, but if you really like a particular girl or guy, and they're the one, you feel like they're the one for you, and you got to know them, then like, you could take it slow, take it fast, because sometimes the other one wants more, and we don't know what they're thinking. They may want to do things right away, to be intimate, and then the other person might want to take it slow because they're hurt, and there's other things that are bothering them, and they're not ready to take that next step. And both sides don't know what the other one is thinking, because both sides are kind of ambiguous and being unclear. One wants something, another doesn't want that same thing, or the communication's not good, or there's this awkwardness. They feel like they're comfortable, but they're not. But sometimes when you get way too comfortable, then you start saying things that may hurt the other person, because what we say can hurt the other person, and then this kind of complicates things, because we don't know their motivation. We don't know, like, what they're thinking, because when you like someone, or you start to have feelings, then you don't know if they truly feel the same way. And when you start off on the first date, you want to impress them. You want to make sure they're interested, or if you want to make them laugh, or you want to make sure that they like you, that they accept you. But it's all about getting to know somebody, because you could go on this date and then never see them again, because there was something you did that you didn't know about, but you'd like to know. Or people could go out and have a one-night stand and then never see that person again, and then it's killing their mind, trying to figure out, like, what did I do wrong? I thought that we had a good time, I thought we hit it off, and they thought that because they already got to a stage of where everybody else is trying to work towards, because being intimate is not the last stage. People could be intimate and then not love each other. They could be intimate with many people and just have no feelings and not be able to share feelings or express their emotions. So that's not the last stage. But some people think like if I get that, then that's like an accomplishment. Like I got that girl or I got that guy. And it's not true. What is true is that you treat each other good and there's respect and you value them, and then you can love them and they can love you, and that you're always there and you support them and you think that you're positive about them. You're positive about the way you feel, and times things are gonna go wrong, and it's how you resolve conflict and how you deal with it that matters. So these are like later stages once you've you get closer and you feel like that you're together and stuff, because this relationship stuff and dating, all that stuff, because dating is like you're trying to find a perfect fit for you, because what you want is different from what others want, and what the one that you're with wants could be different from you. That's why you communicate and you talk about things. You talk about what you want, desire, need, and just communicate and just really feel comfortable. Like find that that moment where you could really say, you know what, I want to tell you how I feel or how I'm thinking. But sometimes we can't share things like that or too deep, because sometimes people get nervous and they start saying things like they start sharing what they're thinking in real life. Like say if you're like trying to look for something, you're like, where's those keys at? Where's this or that? And then you start saying that out loud, but then you're texting it. And then that's not what they want to think. They don't want to hear those things, like your thoughts of like where my shoes at, where I put my wallet, or I can't find my purse, or I'm missing this mascara, where's my lipstick. Like if you start texting that stuff, then that's not showing that you're confident, because when they're saying that they want to know what you're thinking, they want to know what you're thinking about this relationship, about this. Is there a potential that we could be together in the future? Is there another is there like, do you want to do what I want to do? Because maybe one wants to get intimate and maybe the other doesn't yet, because maybe they got hurt. So it really depends on what you think that you should say based on what you believe they want to hear. And if they're still around, then that means something, there's interest there, and interest is important. So what I say in dating is just to be confident, to go in and don't fear this rejection, or just don't fear anything. Like things that have happened to you before, just push them aside. Like don't make it a pattern of thinking that you're not confident in these areas of like, last time this happened, I think it's going to happen again, or this happened and it's going to happen. Like where you're already like defeating yourself. Just know that every situation is different and every new date is different, because it's almost like this job interview thing that you have going on. Just be confident in your dating. Like when you're out on the date, just try to have a good time. Don't overthink things. Just listen to the other suggestions, like the other person's suggestions and opinions. Just have a normal conversation. And if you're kind of shy about things, then try to find something to talk about, because maybe you have similar interest if you found them on an app. But if you met them at a store or you went somewhere, then it'd be a little different. So you're gonna have to get to know them. It's about getting to know them. They don't find you attractive, and you may not be funny. Whatever matters to you. If you want to be accepted because you want to you want to be desirable to them. You want them to say you're good looking or you're pretty. And sometimes if we just get to know them, we get to learn about them and about their heart. Because if you feel like maybe you could love them one day, you can. And don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to, be intimate to love. Because you really don't need to be intimate to love. You can love someone even before you meet them. It's possible. So don't believe in what others are saying. Don't believe in the sayings. Don't worry about what other people are thinking or what society says. This is your moment. This is your moment to have fun, you know, the excitement of like, I can't wait to see that person, you know, I can't wait to, you know, to have a day with them, because, you know, it's exciting and it's adventurous and it could be spontaneous, and just trust yourself, trust in the process, believe in yourself, value yourself, respect yourself. And I can't tell you to love yourself, because there's some things that you may want to do to reach that point, but I can say that you can love yourself even if you're not successful, even if you haven't done great things, you haven't reached, you know, the pinnacle of your success. Just know that just every little thing that you do every day that nobody sees, that's enough to love yourself, you know, because of the nice things that you do for people. So confidence has a lot to do with it. It's like not worrying about what other people think, and not competing against other people, and not competing against yourself. That if you trust in what you're doing and the system that you have in place, or the techniques, and you're getting results from them, then you have to believe that you're doing the best job you can, and that's when you're confident. So this is when you're going on a date, you have to be confident in yourself. If you're you know, a female that you doubt you're pretty, and you are pretty, or that's your only value to you, that you are pretty, and you don't see all the greatness in you and all the nice things that you do, and how you make a difference for so many, because you may focus on you know, that you're just pretty only, and that's all guys see in you. Or you could be a guy that women only see that I have good looks, and that I always attract these women that like me for my looks. So if you're that type of guy, then you know, meet different women and that have similar interests, that you could talk about those things. I mean, of course, they're gonna look at you for your looks, because if you know that, then they know that. And sometimes some people know that, and it's not true. But it doesn't all matter. Like dating's about getting to know people. Like, you know, when you're out for your morning walk and you say, you know, you tell people like, good morning, how are you doing? You're not gonna like not talk to people because you feel like that they don't look, you know, good. So just treat people the way you treat your family and your friends, co-workers. You don't ignore co-workers because they don't, you know, measure up to your expectations. So we talk to people because we feel that, you know, we're trying to be, you know, good human beings.